Hello, my name is Shadley. Welcome back for another episode of richest, Ultimate. So we're just continuing our slow progress towards the $1 trillion. We're already at 500 billion, so we're getting pretty close. Well, close and close, but we are okay. USA has taken another loan, so they've got about 30 trillion in loans right now. They are never going to pay those back though. But oh well. Other than that, we are slowly but surely upgrading our industry in here. Still got, actually, how many do we have? The industrial goods. Still got 3. And then consumer goods? We got 2. Seems like mostly in here. Well, there's 1 in there of each. And then I believe we had 1 consumer goods factory down here. I don't remember where the industrial goods are. Yeah, I can easily, or relatively easily find them. On. Let's build the facilities. I mean, I suppose if we just zoom out a little bit, you'd be able to see it somewhere. Not here, is it? Alright, that's the consumer goods. Yeah, the consumer goods we didn't know. The industrial goods, though, is the one that we are kind of wondering. There's 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. Okay, so that the math checks out. Good. Do we have... Oh yeah, we've got 3 nuclear power plants there, we've got 2 coal power plants near the agriculture. I mean, it might be okay if we build a couple of nuclear power plants there, right? Getting nice glowing potatoes. Speaking of which, we are about to get this nuclear power plant, so we... How is the unemployment doing now? The inflation has gone over 12% again. It will probably slow down for a little bit in terms of expanding. GDP per capita, we are actually drop a little bit on the GDP per capita rankings. I suppose that a lot of other nations are having pretty darn large inflations as well, aren't they? I would assume so. Actually, I wonder. So the electric production cost has dropped for us by another $1 per kilowatt hour. Actually, another $1. There we go. And the market price has gone up like $10 or so the last time we checked. Well, at least 7. Don't remember if it was 284 or 280. It was somewhere around there. Right, did we get the uranium mines to... It's still 74%. This one's at least 94. So let's say that we were to build a rail down here. Will that be enough to get it to... Like, how much is it in here, actually? It is, well, it's only 74 there. So it drops rather heavily here. I mean, technically, if you really want to get the supplies up there to as close to 100 as possible, then what we should do is build up a highway through here somewhere. It doesn't matter really where, but highways do spread the supplies a bit better. And that would kind of increase the throughput there, but it's just they are a fair bit more expensive to build. Not entirely sure about the upkeep cost, it might be higher as well. Right, so the power plant is just 14 days away, so that... Oh, Peru and Western Sahara have allied, okay. Oh, we're still... Oh, wow. 1.6 billion for 300 million. Okay. I mean, I'll take it. How's the agriculture? So we still have a bit of an extra production. The agriculture production cost is still pretty high though. It has gone up again, and the rubber production cost is also quite high. Although that is something that we should probably do something about by getting another rubber plantation. Oh, that wouldn't be a bad area, but we got stuff over here set up already. On the other hand, there would be this area. I'm not sure how good it would be to build there. Then we got this area, and apologies for the zooming in and out. But I think we're going to expand the stuff here, get another 2. And then we'll build up the road in there. Okay, now we'll go down to the capital area again. Right, so we just... Oh, we're actually really close to getting the power plant. I believe it's going to be 2 days. I suppose what I could do, let's have a look at the... I suppose with the increased construction up there for the rubber plantations, that is going to have some impact on us. It's not, yeah, it's not completed yet. The inflation is 12.2%, so it's a bit higher than what I'd prefer it to be, but the GDP per capita is now 7,600. Although we're still at 87th place. I actually wonder, how big of a difference is it for the others? How much did we get? We had like 189,000, something like that. So yeah, it did go up by another 21,000 kilowatt hours per day. So it's not bad. Of course, using a bit more uranium, but we've still got enough uranium for at least doubling our nuclear power plants, which would be another, how many? 6. Another 6 power plants. I mean, that's not too bad. Right, so how about I take away this thing and this thing, and then I'll rebuild them here in Kisi, because, well, that is where we have a lot of the production anyway, and then we'll have the nuclear power plants nearby. Not that the location doesn't really matter that much, other than the fact that how much supply levels there are, but beyond that, it's not really important. And people really are spoiling us with their trade deals. And oh wow, we are almost richer than the USA once again. Let's actually have a look at the GDP list though. Who are we? We're just behind Jamaica. Oh man, we get another like $10 per capita in there, and then we... I think then East Timor is going to be a bit harder. We need to basically reach 8,000. And then Lebanon and Albania as well are going to be a bit further away. But oh well. How did the... Okay, so the power production costs did go up with the nuclear power plant again. But at the same time, we're also producing a lot more. So... Oh, and now it's going down. So it might actually be more about the inflation rather than the nuclear power plants as such. Or what, like, is it coal or nuclear power plants? I mean, sure enough, it does probably have some impact, and the upkeep for the nuclear power plants is higher. But at the same time, like, they do produce like twice the amount of power that the coal power plants do. So overall, it's not that bad. It is still increased, but like the amount... Actually, how much do we use coal for power production right now? 3,300 tons per day. And how much is it? I mean, we got what? 2? No, that's the coal mines. Coal power plants, we got 2 or 3? 3. So that's about 1,000 tons of coal per day. That is actually quite a lot. And if we have a look at the... So 1,000 tons, it would be $200,000 per day for the resources there. Which, well, isn't actually all that much, considering that the annual maintenance is like 21 million. All things considered. But how much are we using? We're using 600... Let's say 650 to simplify the numbers here. And we got 6, so about 100 and a bit extra. Let's say 110 kilograms of uranium per day per power plant. And that would be... Yeah, it's actually over 300,000 still. So yeah, even the input of resources is a bit more for the power plants, but when you factor in the the amount of power, then it does get cheaper in terms of the input of things. That didn't, of course, include the upkeep for the uranium and coal mines, because we just assumed that we would have those up anyway, or we just buy resources elsewhere. Right, still almost 50 days away from the free text that we're about to get. We got our full funding and research. But that's kind of the problem sometimes. It's just certain researches just take a long while. So you kind of need to start them early. Or as early as you can. And we haven't really been maintaining the research queue in such a way that we'd be doing at least some of the longer term researches constantly, instead of doing a lot of the quicker research at some points. But oh well, it's It's not the end of the world. Okay, so how we got on... Inflation is below 12% again. Do we need... We could probably get another industrial goods factory in here. And I'm assuming that the stuff down here, yeah, the industrial complex has been completed 7 days ago, and then the plantations are still going to take some time. But that's going to be fine. That should also reduce the cost of producing the rubber by a little bit, because they've got the synthetic ones over here, which give out a decent bit of rubber, there's no denying that, but they are more expensive to run, unfortunately. Let's actually have a look. In terms of the consumption, the rubber, well, it's 2,500 megawatts per hour, or megawatt hours per day. That's actually not that much. It's the consumer and industrial goods that are using the most, and then the civilians are using the third most. Military goods and rubber are basically using nothing in comparison. How much are we? Oh, right. So we are using a bit of petroleum as well, but we've got plenty of petroleum, to be fair. That's not really an issue. Now then, oh, Finland is offering a lot of units. How much are they asking for? About 1 billion. I think I'm gonna recheck that. I might have a look at their blueprints though. Like, what could we buy from them? Infantry, mechanized troops there. In here, there's a couple of ship types. They don't have missiles, they don't really have air force. So yeah, not really that important. We could try... actually. They got a decent bit of money. How about we sell you some technologies? Yeah, I'll take 1.3 billion. We'll just go around and procure some techs. Oh, you got the ion colliders. And you do actually like me. So you're gonna... take pretty good deals, I reckon. I could maybe give you the Land Warrior system. 7 billion, okay. This is an easy way to get money. You don't necessarily want that. How about that one? Yeah, another 6 billion. What about Germany? Have a look at some of the... not necessarily all that much. No viruses. Regeneration. That's probably something that you want. Oh yeah, 17 billion. You really want that one. What about Belgium? A lot of warfare stuff that we could probably sell you. Electronic stabilization. That's 1.4 billion. Well, actually, I think they probably want more of the tech stuff. A lot of the nation. Especially things that are very much supported by the population. Like, for example, well, not the DNA identification necessarily, but the... How much would you give for that? 2 billion? Alright then. Then Italy. What do you want to give me? Science... Nanochemistry. Another 7 billion. I think... actually, USA, do you have, or do I have anything that you want? Nope, you got a couple things that I want. Oh, and oh, I have a new leader. I suppose they had a new leader for a while. I did not realize it. Actually, let's have a look at the listing of the richest nations. Canada might have something, Russia might have something, or rather, I might have something that Canada wants. Oh yeah, I do. And then Russia was also a name on the list there, but we can't sell anything to Russia. We already have everything that they did. Well, they rather already have everything that we have. But there we go. We got a decent chunk of money from doing all of this. Oh, Italy actually rejected that, and Belgium rejected the offer. Interesting. Oh well, I mean, we still got a decent chunk of money. All the trades, and we got 3.1% in employment now, not inflation. Let's go ahead and build up. Well, we're already building up at the advanced industrial goods, but I suppose we could just build up the consumer goods factory as well. in there, so now that's 6 again. And some more alliances going on. We're still selling some metals for Taiwan. Okay, less than a month for those 6, that's good. Do I? I think I will build a research center. Get to a nice round number of 10. Or, well, I can then research 10 things at once. Which is what I'm gonna try to aim for. Right, so consumer goods production is, well, it's still less than 20,000. I think we peaked at 24,000, didn't we? And industrial goods were producing 9,000 tons there. Not really producing a lot of military goods, but there's just not enough demand for it, really. Like, we still got a lot that we're trying to sell, but we're selling really slowly. In the meanwhile, we still need 100,000 in terms, or 100,000 kilowatt hours per day. I suppose it's alright though. Okay, so the industrial goods factory is almost completed. How's the unemployment looking now? It's back to 3%, and GDP per capita hasn't really gone up yet, but I'm sure that that will change soon enough. Right, I guess the next question is, do we start replacing the buildings, or the coal power plant here, for example? It might be worthwhile, although it is increasing. Oh wow, the production cost of electricity has dropped quite drastically now. So I guess a lot of that is just a matter of inflation. How's the food production or agriculture then? That is still, it's 800, but it's somewhat stable. Of course, we have way too many things producing agriculture probably, but we have limited the capacity to like 35%. Which does have a somewhat negative impact on the production cost. But at the same time, like, you're not paying much for the total production because you're producing less. Right, that's 21 days. That's good. Let's go around and try to sell the Western nations some more things. A little more MRI. And what about Italy? Will you take the nanochemistry this time? France rejected. Italy accepted this time. Okay. France, what about if I offer you that again? I'm sure that eventually you'll say yes. Keep an eye on the treasury, we can see quite clearly if they do. Oh, there we go. They accepted it. We're gonna hit 600,000 today, I reckon. At least if we keep selling these things. Advanced mineral refining should be probably fine. Did they reject that? Oh yeah, they rejected it. Alright then, let's try it again. We could technically do the manual stuff on like manually selecting, like, okay, give me like 10 billion or something like that, and they might accept it. There we go, now they gave me 10 billion. Right, so Netherlands, you got quite a bit of money. How about we give you space probes? I know you want them. Right? Maybe not. They haven't said yes or no. So long that it's, yeah, I got rejected. Well then. At least we got a decent chunk of extra cash there again, and we did get the industrial goods production. Although we're using a lot more power now. Yeah. Consumer goods is fine still. Although yeah, I think we are gonna try to increase the numbers there a little bit. Oh, Cyprus owes us less than 1 million now. Okay, that's an improvement compared to the previous stuff. Yeah, those are almost completed. Just a little bit longer. And USA is the richest country again, but they have taken another 900 billion or 990 billion loan or something like that. Okay, if we have a look at the total population, so we are on the first page here. Ethiopia is quite a bit larger in population though. That's going to be an issue. Well, Not far from France either. Although I suspect that they might have a lot more immigration going. I might actually increase the education funding a tiny bit. Not only the environment and the family subsidies. You know what? I'm going to increase this to 20 million. It's not that massive impact. It might have an impact on the unemployment for a little bit there. Which we actually have more than 3% now. That's good. Yeah, the inflation is below 12%. I mean, if I could get it back to like 10%, that'd be really good, I think. That would still lower a lot of the cost that we have. Oh wow, the electricity price has dropped quite drastically. It used to be like 800 or 280. Now it's 250. At least the production cost has also dropped. There's that. Yeah, we did get that power plant already. I'm about to get the consumer goods factory. We might let the research center be built on its own pace, and what we might do is we can start tearing down these two. And then once we get in, or once we get the factory over here completed, which is actually after tomorrow, we can then move these over there and start building some more nuclear power. Okay, sometimes the scrolling over here is a bit clunky. Like, you can't do the panning while you have a unit selected. It's just going to give them an order to go there. Sometimes it's a bit annoying. You can technically zoom out and in, but that can also be sometimes a bit slow. The further out you zoom, the slower the scrolling speed is going to be. Of course, if you pause the game, then that's going to be slightly easier. Okay, less than a week for these techs. And hopefully that actually unlocks things. That doesn't unlock anything. That does unlock the whole design improvements. Let's actually make sure that we have, well, 3 things here to research. So we can start with those. And while we wait for the next thing to be researched, which is to improve subcomponents right now, it's actually probably going to be one of the ship things. Yeah, the escort is going to be the first one. And then improved reactor fuel. Oh, right. Improved reactor designs. Prismatic uranium blocks. So that is the uranium power that we produce. That'd be really nice. And then better reactors. Maintenance cost minus 20%. Ooh. That'd be really nice. We'd probably try to go with that. Because we can't trade that, but we can trade some of these previous stages on that research queue. That would be nice. Right, but let's go ahead and get the nuclear power plants up and running. Okay, green potatoes. Yeah, there we go. We got 600 billion now. So we are pretty darn high on the... I mean, we've been on pretty high on the list for a long while. Of course, we are kind of maybe robbing the other people a bit blind with our trade deals. Okay, now that we've got those... Russia, what do you have? I'm going to buy all of that. In the meanwhile, let's have a look at the things that we can't buy. Modern helicopter level 3, something that we can't buy. Oh, did we already get the techs? No, I don't think we did. Yeah, no, we didn't yet. There we go. Now we did. There's a few more techs that we can buy. Fly-by-wire system and the laser guidance system. That's another 300 million, but that's basically nothing. We're getting more than that from just daily trades. Like, more than that in profit. Oh, and Micronesia is having a bit of a money issue again. It's not that bad, though. Let's actually have a look at Equatorial Guinea. Have they gotten rid of any of the supplies? I don't think they have. No, they've still got 110,000. Alright then. They got a lot more money, though, which is a bit surprising. Right. Oh, hello. That's quite a few more things. 700 million for that. Is there anything over here that we know that we can't research or buy? And there's at least that one. Modern aircraft, that is in there. Reconnaissance satellites, we should probably be buying that. Yeah, there we go. Anything new in here? Modern cruise missile production, Air Force production 79. Let's have a look at the Yeah, we can still buy the engine pods. I wonder if we unlock any of the research over here. No, not yet. We've got a little bit in here, but not really worthwhile. What about the artillery? Because we have quite of obsolete artillery in comparison to some other nations. We haven't really unlocked anything for that regard, unfortunately. We have... Oh, right, the fulcrum we could actually research as well. Let's put that to the list. And the aura we can't research yet. What about the hoplites? We could get those. And the hoplites aren't necessarily all that great, but it's a helicopter. Better than nothing. Cyprus and Bhutan have allied. And then we got some of those. Did we unlock anything new with the tilt pods? Nope, we did not. Okay. Well, that's fine by me. Right, so we started building the nuclear power plants here, and they're already... Well, it's going to take a while. Those are quite high workload things. How's the unemployment doing now? Still 3%. Inflation has gone up over 12% once more. Oh, yeah. The game is reminding us of a labour shortage. I mean, it's not really that big of a shortage yet, but we are kind of living on the edge, so to speak. We've got quite a few things in the research queue now, and we've got plenty of things to research. We don't need to worry about that, especially once we get the extra research center, which is going to take a while. I actually wonder, should we maybe deploy another group of, hold on a minute. Which group was, no, that's artillery. That's some engineers. Is the group 5? The group 5 is the engineers that we have currently on moving about. Don't have group 4. It is one of those. That's infantry, infantry. This is combat engineers. Select the units. Just oh crap! It didn't actually take them there. Okay. What was it again? 11th. Right. Now we can actually select them. Just go in there. No intelligence. Oh, you were right there. Okay, good. Actually, you should probably just sit there then. But that way we can speed up the research center production a little bit. It's not going to be that massive impact necessarily, but it is going to be an impact. Right, 600,000. That's pretty decent. We are actually out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also, got the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.